Hey guys, it is Casper here with the 10-minute flash update on gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and we have just recently been adding the dollar index into the mix as well. So let's see what's happening on the sh very short-term time frames. We use the 15-minute candlestick time frame. So we are maybe looking at a week, 2 weeks, price action. Longer term stuff, again, we are doing that on the Substack, which again, if you want to know more, again, check out the Substack to see if it is something for you, where we try to navigate and make the most of this commodity bull market that we are in. Gold and silver, platinum, palladium, uranium. Hopefully soon we will benefit from oil as well. So today, the Monday, the 20 I can't remember. It doesn't matter what date it is. It's Monday, the first day of the week, and we had a really big pop here to begin the week with. We opened somewhere around here, and we're up 2%. We also have been breaking this kind of small time frame bottom here, that head and shoulder pattern, or the inverse head and shoulders, and we have been rallying. The target is roughly 39.3. Which coincides with double top potential. Right around here, you can overshoot a little bit, but also we have a longer term time frame resistance coming there. So I think we're gonna pause somewhere in this box here. Most likely overshoot that high, and then we stall for basically uh, a few days here. But still, overall, it's still my view that ever since we broke down here in July, Friday, the 11th, that this is the path that takes us into the 40s. And this is just the next fractal that is setting up on the short time frame, because on the weekly, we are still immensely bullish on silver. And yeah, 40 is still in the making. But we are getting to some resistance here, just 1% above us roughly. We have major resistance that in most cases takes, some time to digest. So if we get that here tomorrow, then again, I could see 2 days being spent in that zone before hopefully breaking that red one at roughly 39.3, and then we go higher. Again, if we get this cup and handle pattern here as well, then again we can start to project the next move that comes from that, and you can see it takes us to into the 40s. So silver, good price action. We like that. And the miners are doing insanely well, 3%. Not entirely doing the big breakouts yet, looking at the SIL, but it should come. Again, we track that on the Substack. Gold, likewise, up 1.5%, beautiful. And we opened the day roughly around here within a mini bull flag. And you can see here, similarly, we have a setup there as well. And we finally broke that 3,370. You can see it has been support and resistance for quite a while. And ever since we started to peak back below here, you can see it has been trying to actually get above, and we finally did that. One note here, if we zoom out, I think we are fairly close to a big breakout in gold when looking at the past. This is 3 month time frame. So again, we have two on top here, and we have two on the bottom here. Actually, we have four. Excuse me, we have four on the bottom. Once we break up here at roughly 3,420, that is when gold, and we have a target roughly, I think it's 3,700 and change, but also a higher target that could take us into the 4K mark. 4K. So yeah, really interesting price action for gold here. We do have a few more percent before we reach big resistance, again, short term, roughly 1%, a tad lower. Then we will most likely get a pullback, because that is the third touch. And we could go all the way down to here and still be absolutely fine. So a nice price action for gold on the short term as well as the long term. But again, we don't look at that here today. Palladium, again, we have roughly the entire July here. Um, Again, overall, we were in the green uptrend here. You can see bullish consolidation, breakout, bullish consolidation, breakout, fine. Bit of a mega rally here, and now we're making what could be like a rising wedge, and they can lead to, corrections coming in because typically they are bearish. So as long as we hold the blue one here, again, we are most likely going higher. And typically you have three spikes. This is the first, the second, and then you have the third before we should start to take note. Um, but we are bear flagging here a little bit on the very short time frame. If we start to dip below the blue here, the lower trend line of the bear flag or the wedge and the green, then again I could see, I'm not saying that we are, but I think it opens up the possibility of actually going all the way down to the triangle low here at roughly 1,200. So we are talking a $100 drop basically for Palladium. That could be in the cards if we start to break down from here from this rising wedge. So we need a little pop here again, and then we shall see what happens. That would be, the most bullish thing here on the short time frame. So we need to negate whatever bear flag happens here and basically start to trade north of roughly 1,314. Then I think we will negate it and actually, somehow get to the upper blue up there. Platinum, similar vibes. Again, remember platinum long term. If you look at the weekly, the monthly, one of the best looking charts that you have, no question. And what platinum needs to do now is actually break this purple rail here before we can actually rally more. So we need to pop and break above that high roughly at 1,500. And we did call the big platinum bull market beginning at 1,050. And now we're 50% higher than that. And there is way more to come. Again, long-term stuff. We will get corrections and so on. But if we can actually pop this here, we could, again, open up to a touch of the upper blue. And all of a sudden you are, $250 higher. So critical moment coming up here for platinum as well. And we also have a trend line coming down here. So you can also see we have, if we use some trend lines here, let's make it that's red. That's a great, great color. So you can see here we're also having a little bit of a decision point within the apex here. And of course, if we can't break above, again, one thing, if you break a rising wedge to the upside at the apex, you typically go for a very steep move and then you get a correction. So big volatility is for sure in the making. Either way, again, breaking down from the red here and it opens up and move all the way down to 1,337. Close to the triangle lows here and that pivot high. So it's opening up to that. Will we get that? We shall see. But still, platinum, small warnings here on the 15-minute time frame. Remember, 15 minutes. It's very short term. But that is only a buying opportunity if that happens. So one more thing that I would like to add, just to show you here. Again, one metal that we're looking at is actually rhodium, because it is very related to, and why is yeah, there it is. It's very related to platinum and palladium. And I think here, once we start to break 600, we could actually see a big move to 1K. And you can see here from March, April, May, June, and July, we have just been hammering on that level. And when it pops and also breaking that trend line there, I'm very confident in saying that, rhodium is gonna go to, you can see that all the way up here at 1,000 and change. So rhodium is soon to join platinum and palladium as well. So that is all. 10 minutes for you guys. Have a great day as always. It's been a pleasure. Bye.